To you.
Hi, Jim.
Thanks very much for joining us so close to the shutdown, if you like, of the transfer window tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I'll talk to you about that in a second. Turner to Sunderland, good business for you.
Yeah, I think it's, to be honest, it's a sad day and a sad week for Hull City fans. You know, Michael's been an absolute superstar for the football club, but equally everything in life has to evolve or die, and you can't stand still, and Michael equally has the right to pursue his ambitions. So we wish him well, and we will move on.
So really, it was too good business to turn down, Paul, was it?
It's like everything in life. When a footballer moves from a football club, it's because of many factors. One is because the footballer wants to leave the club, and the other is because the club is in a position where it believes it's a good deal for him to go. And those things have to work in harmony for the deal to happen. So this was the right time, and as I said, it's a difficult week for everyone at Hull City Football Club. Let's not pretend otherwise, but it's a reality, and we need to move on as a football club now and focus on all the stuff we have done this summer.
So, Paul, Hull fans, and there'll be thousands of them listening to you talking to me tonight, Sports News, will want to know how active are you going to be with the money that you've brought in for Turner?
Well, you've got to remember that we were very, very active already in this window. It's not a question of selling Michael for any particular purpose. It's about every club has to balance its books. We've already been very active this summer. We brought in 5 players already, and I'm sure there'll be some more activity before the window closes. So it's part of the circle of life of football. But as I say, it's not. No club sells a player, and unilaterally it has to be because the player wants to move on in his career as well, and those things have to work in tandem. So it's part of the circle of life of football.
Give us a rough idea, Paul. Let us into the image of a Premier League chairman like yourself with less than 24 hours until the window shuts. What kind of life are you living at the moment?
It's been a very chaotic window, quite a messy window, to be honest. There's a lot of false transactions, a huge amount of misinformation, which takes up a lot of our time in terms of dealing with that. But more than anything, it's been a very sticky transfer window. It's been very hard to get deals done, and certainly every window, you know that for every deal you complete, you'll end up on the track of 6, 7, 8 others that come to nothing. So it's been very difficult. As the window closes, a lot of clubs, whether they're buyers or sellers, shift their position. Those who wanted certain numbers earlier suddenly want different numbers. Those that weren't on loan might now be on loan. It's a big jigsaw you have to piece together, and it's driven by intelligence and trying to keep your ear to the ground, which means by definition you're talking to dozens of people regularly every day. And as I say, it's been a very, very difficult window. I think a lot of clubs have found that there've also been not that many transactions compared to other years, and because of that, I think you find a lot of intermediaries all trying to jump on the same deal, which does nothing but confuse it for everybody. So that's made it even more complicated this year.
So a messy transfer window, Paul. It's probably difficult to keep yourself sane during it. From your club's viewpoint, at this stage, with less than 24 hours to go, do you envisage bringing in, 2, 3 more players? How many do you think you might sell out before the window shuts? Well,
that's the other side of the coin. You know, you've got to move players out of the club as well. We've currently got 30 professional footballers at Hull City Football Club, and we can't operate with 30 professional footballers. We need to have more like 24. So, yes, we'll be looking to move players out of the football club at some stage. I think also it's important that you don't look at numbers. It's about who you get in and who's right. One of the things that the manager had a priority on this window was to strengthen our opportunities to score goals from midfield, to strengthen our striking options, and we've definitely done those things, and we're very, very pleased with the players that come in the club and the way they've started to settle in. And equally, we have got very good cover at centre-half. You know, we have brought in Stephen Marcolo, we've got Anthony Gardner, Camille Zayate, all of whom will cover that centre-half position. So there's still some business to be done, but as I said, there's no point in making yourself a hostage to fortune because no one controls the transfer industry. It's about having a willing buyer and a willing seller, and you can't predict when a transaction is going to happen many times because it is a very volatile market this year.
A volatile market, a messy transfer window. From now until 5 o'clock tomorrow, then finally, Paul, how many phone calls will you make? How many phone calls will you take?
Well, today I think is meant to be Bank Holiday Monday, but I've certainly been on the telephone for 6 or 7 hours solidly today, and it'll, I'm sure, be the same tomorrow because there will be opportunities, and it's a trading market, it's a transactional market, and therefore if you're not involved in it, you don't have opportunities to take advantage of things when they come up. But I think everybody will breathe a huge sigh of relief at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and get on with the serious business of playing football. And certainly, whilst it's been difficult, we're very, very pleased at Hull City with the business we've done this window and the players we brought in to strengthen the squad.
Well done, Paul. As always, thanks for joining us. Good luck from now until 5 o'clock tomorrow, Paul.
Thanks, Jim. Bye-bye.
Now, Manuel Adebayor has scored a goal.